This video is about writing reflections in clinical practice, and it's essential if you want to be a better doctor. But it sounds so boring, I hear you say. Well, just like Netflix, if you pick the wrong show, you're gonna find it boring. You gotta pick the one that's interesting to you. Reflective practice is the same. You want to pick the situations that are important, interesting, and mean something to you. But why reflect? Can't we just watch TikTok or something? I hear you say that too. Well, watching that is passive, like watching Netflix. Probably not going to make you a better doctor, although it might make you a better dancer or baker or unicyclist or something. Reflection is about making you better, and it's an active process. Yep, you're going to have to do some thinking. So, why is reflective practice such a powerful thing to do? Well, it goes like Einstein said it. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And it also goes with another of his quotes that education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Now, reflection is all about thinking and change, and students are all about change too. Reflection is about you recognizing where change is needed in you, in the system, and sometimes in attitudes. For change to happen, you have to be aware of it and work out how to change. For you as a student, or for me as a doctor, we have to think about situations we have experienced that could have gone better and work out how to do better next time, and situations which went well and work out how to reproduce this next time. This type of reflection is called reflection on action, as we're thinking about something that has happened. But what you find is when you do this, the knowledge benefits other things and becomes reflection for action too. So, what are the different parts of the reflective piece that we want to be doing and thinking about? Well, the first thing is to choose the experience, then to write the background of that situation that you experienced, then look at the different perspectives of those that are involved, and then you write what went well and then what could have gone better. And then you come out with learning points, which are going to be how you can emulate the things that went well and how you could avoid the things that could have gone better. And then you come out with the smart action plans relating to those learning points, and then you review the action plans. Hopefully, you'll have downloaded the template with these headings on. If not, click the link that comes with this video. So let's do this together. We're going to start by choosing the experience. So what I want you to do is to think about an experience you've had, an encounter you might have had in clinical practice, either hospital or GP, that has had an impact on you. Now, this could be something where you thought something didn't go so well, or it's struck a discord with you that something wasn't quite right about it. Or it might have been something that went really well, and you really want to copy it next time this situation arises and you're in charge of it. I want you to pause this now and restart when you've thought of it. Right, so you've thought of a situation. Now, I want you to write down the background of that situation, i.e., the location, your role, who was there, how the patient presented, and basically a summary of the pertinent information of what happened. This should be about half a page of A4 and no more than that. Not a couple of lines, but not War and Peace either. Restart when you've finished. Now, I want you to write down headings of the different perspectives of the people involved. So that could be, well, it will be yourself, you'll have been there, so your perspective, and then the patient's perspective, or the relative's perspective, or perhaps both, and the junior doctor's or nurse's perspective who you were with. Usually, this will involve around 3 or 4 perspectives, but shouldn't involve more than that. Think about what the experience was like from the perspective of each of them and write a paragraph about what you think they made of the situation. Restart when you've finished. Now write down under the heading of what went well, what it is that you thought was good and you want to emulate or repeat next time you're faced with a situation. And then as a separate heading, write down what could have gone better. What is it that you want to change for next time so that it doesn't go that way next time you're faced with that situation. Restart when you're ready. Now you want to spend some time coming up with your learning points. Now this should be based on what you've written for your what went well or what could have gone better. And you want to come up with some things that are meaningful to you and that are going to help you when you're faced with situations like this or similar to this. And then we'll go on to smart action plans. So, what are SMART action plans? Well, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic time frame. So, why are they so important? Well, it's about getting things done. If you want to know if you'll ever use SMART goals in real life, then the answer is yes. For example, when I write a prescription for, let's say, an antibiotic, I write specific details of the patient and the drug. I don't just write a patient, an address, an antibiotic to stop whenever, and nor do I choose an antibiotic I cannot get or give, like IV ticaplanin from an outpatient pharmacy. When I order an investigation, it's not just an x ray on a patient for no reason to be done any time in the future. And likewise, if I order an MRI scan in the middle of the night, it's not achievable or realistic. So you'll find that SMART goals are an essential part of being a doctor's day to day activity. And the screw ups that we make are when we get these things wrong or miss one of those out. So when you think of how to achieve your learning points, come up with your SMART goals. But be careful. Ensure you concentrate on the realistic, not like one of my past students who boldly decided to redo nice guidelines on diabetic management. You want to look at setting yourself the task at the end of writing your piece. A quick way is to copy your learning points into Google and see if there's any guidelines that fulfill your needs. If there are, then look at them and set yourself the goal of going through the appropriate pages that satisfy your learning points. Then, when you come back to carry out the SMART goal, you'll have a defined task, aiming for something that is substantial to your learning, but it can be done in up to a couple of hours. But remember, you set the time frame for getting this done, and you must get it done before your next meeting. So, well done. You've done your piece. Well, hopefully, you've gone back and done the review of your SMART goals. And you'll want to check it again before the deadline for submission and think about what you've learned from the experience that you will take forward in your own practice. And that's reflection, a method to get things done, to make things better and make a change in a positive way. Thanks for listening.